Get it off yet? How you make that with it?
Well, voice activated.
Say good morning, YouTubers.
Good morning, YouTubers. How's you getting on? That's what we say here in Newfoundland. That means, how are you doing?
Yeah.
That's mainland. Mainland is, how are you doing? And Newfoundland is, how's you getting on, boy?
Same difference.
Same thing. Anyway, it's Monday morning. We're still waiting on some parts for some other stuff. And we're not really in the mood. We didn't sleep good last night.
Oh, very windy.
The wind. Oh my God, the house was just shaking.
Yeah.
But we lost 90% of our snow.
I know, I was unreal.
Yeah, a lot of wind, but a lot of rain, but we lost 90% of the snow. So I think the next mod on the 5740 is going to be, and here's the big announcement, we're going to remove the cutting edge from the blade, and we're going to put a squeegee on it. Push the water off the lot.
Oh, yes,
Right?
fine.
So we've been getting a lot of questions lately. Can't get on your website. Well, you can't get on the website because the website do not exist anymore. We shut it down, put it down in the toilet bowl, flushed the water a couple of times before we could get it all to go out, and it's gone. No more website. It was absolutely an absolute pain in the ass, it's just as well to say it. Because it started out as being, well, kind of for advertising, kind of get people to get used to what we were doing, and we had our contact information on it. And then it turned into a Kubota technical assistance website. People were calling us at the shop and asking us about mods, and can you do this and can you do that? And it was just, so what we did, rather than take the website down, we took the contact information off.
Yeah.
And when we took the contact information off, well, then they started calling the shop again, looking up phone numbers. And of course, then Twitter, Facebook and Twitter. Well, Facebook started off to be just as for family and a few close friends. And it turned out that there's a multitude of people locally that wanted to become our friends, but yet they won't drop in and say hello to you. So that's not friends. So we ended up dropping Facebook. And then I said, you know what, now that I'm clear of Facebook, because I really didn't think I was going to be on Facebook that long.
No, you didn't. Yeah.
I was going to start a new account with just a few. But anyway, I got used to being off Facebook and I had a little bit more time. So then I said, you know what, we got to chop Twitter. I got to get rid of Twitter. So now Twitter is gone. So the only thing left is YouTube. And there's times that's...
Yeah, you have to balance that.
There's times that I have to think about that as well. So yeah, so the website is gone and Twitter is gone. Will it return? Well, I mean, I never say never, but right now it looks like a big no.
Well, again, it was becoming a tool for technical support.
Well, this is the problem, right? This is the problem,
and we're into a lot of time.
Oh yes, and we're into a situation where people were just again, like you say, just use it for technical assistance. And sure, we had one guy call us last year from upstate New York on a Saturday, all upset because his tractors broke down, and he wanted us to call him back right away because he don't know what to do with his tractor.
I know.
Upstate New York?
Yeah.
I've never been there.
No.
But anyway, so I mean, I don't know if the dealers are helping them or not, but we can't do that kind of stuff on Kubota with Kubota problems and stuff. It's just, that's not what we're about. In the meantime, there was something else that I was going to do. Anyway, this is your van. We're doing some maintenance today. We kept getting the code for oil pressure and all of this, so a little switch. Again, we replaced it in September. And of course, the other night we're going out the highway and she went ding! And I looked down, check engine light on again. So we just put a new switch in it. And I said, you know what? There's 100,000 kilometers on it. Let's do the plug. So I looked down. I said, well, okay. You're not getting it all in plugs like that. So I need to remove the plenum. So, no folks, they're not that easy to remove. There's a lot of stuff that has to come off beforehand.
Yeah, you made that look pretty easy.
Yeah, it's not that, I'm not magical or anything. So yeah, so now I can be able to get it plugs down through the top here, right? So, you know, we try to keep the maintenance done on our vehicles. We ended up working a little bit Saturday.
Yes,
So but it was electronic work. It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't like this. So.
No.
And well, this is going to be pretty well the end of it this week for Christmas. So. And we just had a visitor. Well,
Did we ever?
well, it's a wonder the camera is still not shaking.
No, I said I don't know if I can even move on. I'm still quivering.
Oh, you were so mad. Not often I see Kathy mad. It's really not often.
But he wasn't a nice person. I mean, I have a word for it, but I can't use it on
Well,
here.
he came in. We don't know him.
Don't
And he
know.
walked in and he's smiling and everything. And he kind of looked like Sylvester the cat.
But he
Yeah,
came in with language and
Yeah,
cursing
yeah.
and swearing.
With
and
this old
loud.
Harley Davidson jacket on. And
We never saw him before.
so he wanted to know if we wanted to buy this Coca-Cola product, which we weren't interested in at all. And then he looked up there and he saw the bikes. He said, "You ride?" I said, "Yeah." "What do you ride?" I said, "Well, I've had 48 motorcycles in 46 years, so pretty well rode them all." "Well, what are you riding now?" I said, "A Honda Goldwing." "Oh, yeah?" "Yeah." "What size?" I said, "GL 1800. "Oh, Tupperware bike."
Yeah.
And Kathy was sitting down there in the stainless cabinet there, and I'm going to tell you, I said, "Oh my God, I'm going to be right dab in the middle of a poopa cane." In a minute.
Well, I called him out on it.
Well, you did. You kind of told him. So anyway, and he starts to laugh, and I said, "Skipper," I said, "I'm going to tell you something." I said, "Let me ask you something." He
He
said,
said it was a joke.
"Yeah," but I said, "But no." I said to him, I said, "No, not yet." He said, I said, "Skipper, I got to ask you something." He said, "What's that?" I said, "You ride a Harley?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "How much does your Harley weigh?" And he said, 850 pounds. He had to think about it.
Yeah.
I said, "Well, my Tupperware bike, or our Tupperware bike, weighs in at the weigh scales at 1120. Without us on full tank gas, full of oil, and without the 350 pound trailer that we pull behind it." And I said, "I will challenge you any day of the week, even now if you wanted to, because there's no snow down. You get your Harley, we'll get the Goldwing. See who's going to catch you." And I said, "Dollar for dollar, how much do you pay for maintenance compared to us?" And he said, "Well, I was only joking." I said, "Joking about motorcycles is great amongst friends. We all do it. And my God," I said to him, I said, "How long have you got today?" Because I said, "I can insult Harleys at least till supper time. And that's before I even get to the maintenance problems."
Well, everybody do it with any brand of vehicle.
But
Back and forth.
I love Harleys.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, a guy said to me here one day, "How come?" He said, "Have you ever been into the Honda One dealer, or the Harley Mile One dealership in there?" I said, "No." He said, "You have never been in there?" I said, "No, and I'm not going in there." He said, "You don't like them?" I said, "No, I love them." I said, "If I go in there, I'm going to want one.
Yeah, that's
So I don't
right.
go in there. If I don't see it, I don't need it."
Yeah, that's right.
You know, I have nothing in it. But what I do have against is one man putting down another man's bike.
Yeah.
You don't do it. I remember a few years ago, we were out on a road trip and we went into the local Tim Hortons. And when we came out, this young fellow was there getting off his sport bike, right?
Yeah.
And he was looking at us going by, and I looked at him, and he was there cleaning something around his gas stopper. And I said, "Son, I got to tell you something." He looked up at me. He said, "Yeah?" I said, "That thing looks fast stopped. I can only imagine what it's like on the road." He said, "Thanks, bud." He said, "I appreciate that." Yeah. And then on the other side of the coin, remember the guy at the Irving gas station?
Well, you're probably related to this guy.
We came out and he had this 1983 Honda Goldwing. 83 now. This is only a couple of years ago. And we were in a big van. And when I was walking by, I said to him, I said, "Nice bike." Remember what he said?
Yeah.
He said, "I
I
know.
know.
I know." I said, "Oh my God. Oh my, give me the peace. Give me the patience."
Patience.
Yeah.
Nice bike. I know.
I know. Can you imagine?
Who responds that way?
Oh my God. You know. Anyway,
Yeah, there's our morning.
that's 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
It's a day, it isn't it?
there it is.
But I was really worried for his health and well-being when I looked over at you behind the counter.
Well, see, he was in between really me and you, looking at you, speaking to you, but I was behind, so you were seeing my face when he wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't seeing your face. And I'm thinking,
I better get him out of here.
I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm married to the woman for 36 years. I have never really I've seen you mad twice. And the first time, well, my therapist says I'm still not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah.
So I said to myself, oh boy, she's not happy. And I'm thinking, how am I going to protect this guy?
That's right.
You know, like I'm gone from not really liking him
Now to trying to protect
now to trying to protect him, you know. And you're not calming down at all. Like, my God, it was as cold in here as a mother-in-law's kiss. Man, oh man.
Admit it was bad.
Yeah, and the furnace was running. It was still cold because I seen the look on your face. So anyway, it's a lesson for everybody who ride. It don't matter what you ride as long as you ride. But by the good God, you never put down another man's bike.
Yeah, and don't be surprised if someone gets upset because, like you said, he said to us again, "Buzz, this is a joke. It's a joke."
Yeah, it's a joke.
You said a joke is okay among friends, and
Yes.
it is.
Yeah,
so we don't always joke.
And of course, I don't know the guy.
No.
He could be serious.
But he came in such a
Yeah, he came in with
rough
an
manner
attitude.
anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, not into much with attitudes.
no.
But anyway, I think he.
Oh, well, there's our story for this
Then
morning.
he left. He said, "Well, he said I'm going to come back." He said, "Now that I know you're here and get my Harley done." I said, "You're going to trust me to work on your Harley
Yes.
after this conversation?" He just looked at me.
Yes, he said, "Now that I know you're here, I'm going to bring my Harley back."
Yeah. And I was thinking to myself, and pigs might fly.
Well, you got to get past me, who books in the appointment.
Yeah, that ain't going to happen.
That ain't gonna happen.
No, he's better off trying to get through the federal government
Yes.
than get through you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that ain't gonna happen.
No. So anyway, we're going to go back to here once everybody calms down.
Well, I'm gonna go make myself a coffee. Maybe that'll.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'd say a tranquilizer would
I'm
probably
gonna
be
have
more along the
some
lines.
Vanessa's fruitcake with it.
Yeah, well, there you go.
That's what we're gonna do.
Our cousins, Vanessa makes, my cousin's wife,
She's quite the cook.
I'm going to tell you folks, she can make a fruit cake that if it was liquefied, you'd inject it.
Yeah.
Is that good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm,
Yeah. Oh yeah. And do you find like acting right foolish and stuff after you eat it?
No, not even.
No, so there's no drugs in it.
No.
No. But her husband is foolish all the time.
Is he?
Marty. Oh yeah, Marty's off his head. Marty's worse than me.
Well, he's related to you, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
So, he can't help it.
We'll probably be doing a little video of Marty over Christmas and Vanessa. We're going to drop down and see him. We did a video of him there this summer.
Yeah, we did.
It's about the only place that we like to go that we really, really feel at home.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And they got this little dog,
Mika.
Mika, and I think she runs on like 4 AAA batteries. So I'm going to bring down a set of batteries to play with her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not
Anyway.
much bigger than one of them little toys.
You can go get your, no, that's true, eh? You can go get your coffee. I'm going to continue on as if I was normal.
Yeah.
See if I can get the plugs back in this. Next thing you won't have anything to go shopping in. That's not good. I'll see you taking the Tupperware bike out, going up shopping.
I could take a turn for the worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Got him done?
No, I'm just checking them. Because like 100,000 kilometers, 105 on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to show the folks at home. That's got, come over.
I can hear it now.
Man, listen to the wind, eh?
Yeah.
That's got about 50, I'm going to say 54 thou gap. It's got 40.
Whoa.
So you know it's got to be a lot better on fuel.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Look at that.
that's something, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see, like, just look over here, look. The electrode, look, is wore all to the side. So if you look, see how it's turned up here?
Yeah.
You look at the other one, look, he's straight. So they're essentially worn out. So it's no good to even gap them. So, yeah. I mean, you might lose a person, and a pair of boots out of it, but at least you'll get home from the mall when you realize you can't afford to buy them anymore.
Yes, that's right. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
And you always check your gap, folks, before you install them, because they could have been dropped somewhere along the way, and the gap closed. I remember one time a friend of mine had done a tune-up on his vehicle. There's a little tech tip for you. And when he did the tune-up, he had a misfire in the engine. Engine was working perfect. So he called me, he said, take out the plugs. I said, take out the plugs again and check the gap. So come over. So he took out the plugs and he checked the gap. And the gap was perfect, eh? So he put it in, and still the same problem. So he called me, he said, man, he said, can I bring it into you? He said, I don't know what to do with it. So he brought the machine in, two of us took out the plugs, and everything looked good like that until we tipped the plug up. And when we tipped up the plug, come over here.
I'll lower it down so I can see it.
When we tipped the plug up, this porcelain dropped down and hit the little hook right there, and it couldn't fire.
Wow.
So it was a cracked porcelain up in the plug. So every time now that I do this, I always
check every one of them.
give them the shake, and it should work. And
Right.
that's the tech tip. Check the gap, check the electrode. And you can also check the porcelain here. I've seen them crack here. But normally that was on old plugs, but you can check them to see if there's a little hairline crack. Save you a lot of trouble, folks. I gotta go to work.
What thinkest thou?
Our dash cam took a poop.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
Well, it was
Intermittent.
it was on and off. It was on and off. It was like a bad relationship. So
You
I said,
wanted
look,
something more stable, did you?
yeah, I can't live with you like this. You gotta go. So I was getting the boot. And we have this one here. It is a Thinkware dash cam. It's a X330. I have no idea if it's any good. It sure looks good.
Yeah.
So
Let's see what you got over here.
it's got one of those Sony Seymour sensors, or Simo or Seymour or whatever the frig it is.
That's it.
Yes. So it's got a wide angle, 140 degrees. You can view it on Windows or Mac. It's got a 2.7-inch LCD. It's format free. I've never seen one format free.
Really?
It's an Exmor sensor.
Ooh, yeah.
Sony Exmor. That's in a lot of good cameras and stuff, right? Matter of fact, I think that's what DJI is using their Phantoms now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but I've never seen a format free. So, how these things used to work in the past, you had to format the card at least once a month, or you would end up with gaps in the card.
That's a good feature.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Did it come with a card?
Yeah, it came with a card. It came with a 8 gigabyte or something, but it's a rollover type of thing.
Right.
We might put a bigger one in it later on, if Santa brings me one. But if it's anything like last year, I'll probably get a tandem load of coal.
Probably still on the naughty list.
Yeah.
Once you get on there, you can't get off.
Can't get off. No, you're in the system,
That's it.
and I don't know what it's going to take to get out of it.
That's true.
So it kind of goes together like this, and
that.
yeah. So, and then just trying to get the orientation right here. Yeah. So it'll kind of go like that in the windshield. Yeah, it's
I guess we can report on it once we've used it for a while.
Well, I'll tell you what we might do. We might add some recording to this video.
That sounds good.
Some dash cam video. Hey folks, you want to go for a drive? Because we'll soon have her done. We'll take you for a little jaunt around.
Yeah.
We don't know where we're going to go yet, because we're very spontaneous.
Very.
We could be here 1 minute and we could be in the city in 45 minutes. So
Yeah.
we shall see, shan't we?
We shall.
And you know these things here. Man, don't go putting that in your coffee. It tastes like crap.
No.
And it dries up all the water in the coffee. Yeah, all you got is just your dust of coffee.
was definitely not suggesting that.
No, it's not good. So there's stickers on this, and I think they got an extra sticker.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and they got those little things there that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it does. It is. Well, I suppose it's going to work on this. You can get an extra GPS extender for it, but I also think that it might work without the GPS extender, and you might have to have the GPS extender to see the.
I guess it's got audio. The L got audio, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes, it got audio.
Well, we need to turn that off.
Oh, yeah, especially with your language. It's got a GPS extender. I wonder what the GPS out of the spare one we had. I wonder would it work on that. We'll have to go check it out. We'll be right back. No. That's made by Fine View. That's what a GPS extender looks like. So when you get the thing on your screen, it shows the mileage or how fast you're going and the date and the. That's how it's done. It's done.
Date, time, and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it's done through these things, right? But sometimes, that can work to your advantage, and sometimes it, because I mean.
That's like the audio. It's best to leave that stuff off.
Well, the audio stuff, I don't know about everybody else, but the audio stuff will incriminate me, because if somebody strikes me and it's their fault, I'm going to probably end up. They're probably going to see me on the little chip there killing them. You're going to say, boy, I don't understand. It was only a fender bender. My buddy died and he took a good beating up.
I know.
Right? So, yeah, so that's going to be the difference in the two. This one was a very inexpensive one. This was less than $50, and this was 150?
160, something like that, yeah.
So, technically, we've showed you this one before, and we're not often, but sometimes. So, if you felt that was a good video now, well, now you should even smell the air and,
yeah,
right?
True.
I mean, because look at the difference in the price.
Yeah.
So we're going to get that hooked up, and I'll set it all up, and then maybe we'll add to this video. I'll add some footage of this video and see what it's like.
Yeah, have a little bonus.
So everybody will say, I wonder what it turned out like. Well, you'll be able to see.
Exactly.
We try to include you. And also, if you're ever getting a fuzzy picture and the picture's not real good, always take the plastic off the lens.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Yeah, I know one person who did it.
Yeah?
Who didn't remove it.
Okay.
And complained about it.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Yeah.